up, guys? Today we are starting with a chapter called as SECRA. That's called Securities Contract Regulation Act, SECRA. So in your handwritten notes, in your sheet, in your main book, in your teacher ka book, please come to the chapter called as SECRA, Securities Contracts Regulation Act 1956. Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956. Now, so for old syllabus, guys, this is in the part of allied law. Allied law. For new syllabus people, it is a part of corporate matters in section B. I mean, the entire conclusion is about you have to study. Whether it is in part A or part B, or it is corporate or allied or eco, you have to study. Okay? Now, Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956. What will this act talk about? So SECRA basically, see, company registered as per Companies Act 2013 or the 1956 Act or the previous law, barabar? Now, whenever the company wants to issue shares, there are certain rules which are given in Companies Act. But there is an act called as SECRA, Securities Contract Regulation Act, which governs what kind of shares you can issue, what are the requirements of listing of the shares, what are the requirements of delisting of the shares. So all those things are written in SECRA. Number two, if you want to have your stock exchange in India, how many stock exchanges are there? In India, how many stock exchanges are there? There are only many stock exchanges. There are many stock exchanges. But the recognized stock exchanges are only two, BSE and NSE. So now if you want, let us say Madras, Calcutta, Rajkot, all these stock exchanges want to get recognition. So what is the procedure? So recognition ka one procedure. Achha, you have been given recognition. If you are not following the requirements of the act, your recognition would be withdrawn. Those procedures. So related to securities, this act is there. Okay? So 4 to 6 marks. Generally this chapter comes and it comes every time. Definitions are important of this chapter because I have been asking in of late. So you can write important in your own words. Section number, in case if you remember, that's good. In case if you do not remember, that's okay, no issues. But provisions you have to remember and you can definitely write in your own words. Okay? Now let's start. Sabse pehle, so take a pencil or a pen in your hand because we'll be marking a lot of MCQs in this chapter. First, always remember the applicability is always written in section number 1. Wherever you are studying, whatever law you are studying, always remember the applicable in section number 1. The act applies to whole of India. That is your MCQ. The act applies to whole of India. Non-applicability. It is not applicable to government, RBI, local authority. Government, RBI, local authority. Any corporation under special law, for example, LIC, Air India, UTI or IDFC. Persons affecting transaction with the person mentioned earlier. Any person transaction with these 4 people. And then my favorite, any contracts exempted by CG by notification in OG. So boss, this 6 people act is not applicable. Government, RBI, local authority. Bolo. Government, RBI, local authority. Any corporation set up under special act. Any person affecting transaction with all these people. And last May, contracts exempted by CG. Okay? Next, definition. So certain definitions comes in the paper for 2 to 3 marks or 4 marks also. Now because of MCQs, this would be little important. That says contract. Contract means, what a time pass is the definition. Contracts for purchase or sale of securities or contract relating to purchase or sale of securities. A contract relating to purchase or sale of securities or relating to purchase or sale of securities. Faltu definition, it will not come in exam. Next, securities. Securities is important definition. It has been asked in the paper a lot of times. Now what is securities? Whatever word you have heard about securities till today, write that. That is your answer. Anything. Shares, securities, bonds, debentures, derivatives, units of mutual fund. security receipts as per Surface, my favorite, any other, whatever you want to write, equity shares, preference shares, debentures, bonds, units, whatever you remember, write there. Asha, no chindigiri in the exam, no comma, one by one you have to write. Bilal, I hope you are doing great. I remember the entire Kochi batch and I had promised a lecture. So I'm recording in English for you especially. And the entire gang of Kochi, I still remember, especially Bilal. I hope you are doing good and I want you to clear at any cost. Cool? I definitely want every one of you to get clear, but Bilal is little close because I've been taking his cases since the first day of my Kochi batch. So, securities, read from the notes, it's important definition. Read. Done? Cool. The next answer is government security. Again a faltu definition. Government security means a security created or issued by CG or SG for the purpose of raising a public loan. Security created by CG or SG is called as a government security. Faltu sa definition. Not so important. Option in securities. Oh, this is important. Mark option in securities as important definition. This is amazing. This is my favorite. A contract for purchase or sale of a right to buy or sell. A contract for purchase or sale of a right to buy or sell, or a right to buy and sell securities in future. Right to buy or sell or right to buy and sell securities in future. Which includes a teji, a mandi, a girli, a put, a call, or a put and call in securities. Again, a contract for purchase or sale of a right to buy or sell, or a contract for a right to buy and sell securities in future, which includes a teji, a mandi, a girli, a put, a call, or a put and call in securities. This is my small rap. Teji means buying, mandi means selling. These are Gujarati words. Okay? I mean, you use it in Hindi also, but more importantly, Gujaratis use this. Cool? Very, very, very important definition. Spot delivery. This is also important as in the exam. In simple words, we call it as intraday. Same day buy, same day sell. Correct? That's called a spot delivery contract. Here, but you have to write the definition as per SECRA, so you have to write the entire words. Now how it is. A spot delivery contract means any of the following contract, providing for actual delivery and payment of for the price of securities, either on the day of contract or on the next day. So that specifically previously it was next day, that was also called as intraday, but right now we say it is always intraday, same day buy, same day sell. So actual delivery and payment of goods and for price of securities either on the day of contract or on the next day. Or a contract in which securities are transferred by depository from one account to the another beneficial owner account. From one account to the another beneficial owner account. Now actual period taken in post shall be excluded if the parties to the contract do not reside in the same town or locality, or the securities are dispatched or money is remitted through post. So all this was there when there was physical delivery of shares. Right now everything is demat. So these are the old definition, only for the purpose of exam we are reading it. Not so, I mean, practical aspect not valid only, but in the exam has come. Derivative, important. May 19, derivative, important. Your FNOs, futures and options. A security derived from a debt instrument, securities derived from a debt instrument or a share or a loan or a risk instrument or a contract for difference or any other form of securities, or a contract which derives from the value, from the prices or index of prices of underlying securities. For example, Nifty. So Nifty is an index. Bank Nifty, it's an index. IT index. So it's index. people do not know what is index. It's not the normal apna book wala index. So for example, if I buy HDFC Bank, so I'm buying only HDFC Bank. Any positive news happens, HDFC Bank will move. Any negative news happens, HDFC Bank will fall. But I'm scared of HDFC Bank. Either it can go. So what I do is I buy Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty will comprise of the top banks of the country, wherein in the entire banking sector, if there's any move, the Bank Nifty will move. So people buy Bank Nifty. Nifty means the top 50 stocks of Nifty as per market cap are there in Nifty 50. So when you buy, let us say Reliance Limited, only Reliance will move plus and minus, upside and downside. But whenever I buy Nifty, it will comprise of top 50 stocks of the market. Okay? Very, very important definition. Main 19, it came, I think, old syllabus, I think. I don't remember, we'll see. But it was there in paper. Okay? Stock exchange. Oh, faltu definition. Stock exchange, raddi, faltu. Any BOI, whether incorporated or not, which is constituted before C and D, write the C and D ka full form. Corporatization. C is corporatization. And demutualization. Corporatization and demutualization. Corporatization and demutualization. So it's any body of individual, whether incorporated or not, with the constituted before corporatization and demutualization, or a body incorporated under Companies Act, whether under scheme of corporation and demutualization or otherwise, for the purpose of all these words you have to write in the exam: assisting, regulating, controlling the business of buying, selling, or dealing in securities. So wherever you place buy, sell, deal in the securities, that's called as stock exchange. The place is called as stock exchange. Read from the book. Read once more stock exchange. Done. Next. Recognized stock exchange. Again, faltu definition. Recognized stock exchange means a stock exchange which is for the time being recognized by CG under section 4. Faltu. Mark this as RTP. Then, goods. Oh, goods means every kind of movable property other than actionable claims, money and securities. Other than money, actionable claims and securities. Other than money, actionable claims and securities. So mark this, all these three words important, MCQ. Other than actionable claims, money and securities. Then, 10. Commodity derivative. Now they have asked derivative in the exam, so like commodity derivative could also be important. So this is basically, I'll make you understand what it is. Sona, Chandi, gold, silver, MCX. We buy now on the stock, and if you see CNBC business, gold, silver, chana, coal, guargam, all these have been bought and sold. That's called as commodity derivative. Okay? Read this definition and mark as important. Read from the notes. Next, member. Oh, very bhangar. Member means a member of recognized stock exchange. Faltu definition. Next. Now hold on. I'm writing something. Right now what we'll study something called as delivery contract. In delivery contract there are two. One is specific delivery contract, other one is ready delivery contract. In specific also there are two, transferable and non-transferable. Transferable and non-transferable. So let's understand first what is specific delivery contract. So right now what I'm teaching you is this point. specific delivery contract. Take specific delivery contract. Point number 13. Specific delivery contract. Point number 13. So as such, this answer, there is no practical example for me, in front of me to explain you. These are the definition which got inserted in SECRA. What is the use of this definition? I have no clue. I'm being very honest, very upfront. But these are the definitions. I'll interpret the definition and make you understand. Now what it is, see. It provides actual delivery of specific qualities or types of goods. It provides for actual delivery of specific types or qualities of goods during a specific future period at a price fixed thereby or to be fixed in an agreed manner. So actual delivery of goods during a specific future period where the price is either fixed or to be fixed in an agreed manner, in which names of both buyer and seller are mentioned. Actual delivery of goods in a future period, price is either fixed or to be fixed in a agreed manner, where both buyer and seller name is given. That is called a specific delivery contract. Now, specific delivery contract, specific types of goods that we are delivering it is called a specific delivery contract. Now, one is transferable, the other one is non-transferable. Now, understand what's transferable. Transferable delivery contract, that's point number 14 in your notes. It means a specific delivery contract. It means a specific delivery contract, which is not a non-transferable specific delivery contract. Understood? It is a type of specific delivery contract which is not a non-transferable specific delivery contract and which is subject to such condition relating to its transferability as a CG, made by notification OG, specified this behalf. Today they have not notified anything. So you will say it is not a, which is not a non-transferable specific delivery contract, is a transferable specific delivery contract. Transferable delivery contract is a type of a specific delivery contract which is not a non-transferable specific delivery contract. Agreed? Now, what is non-transferable specific delivery contract? It means a specific delivery contract where the rights or liabilities under which or under a delivery order or delivery receipt or bill of lading or warehouse receipt or other documents or title rating thereto are not transferable. Ownership papers are not transferable, are called as non-transferable specific delivery contract. Non-transferable specific delivery contract. Understood? So these three are the definition. Okay? Now 15th will later on come to ready delivery contract. That's in point number 18. Ready delivery contract. So we have done specific delivery. Now we are doing ready delivery contract. It means a contract providing for delivery of goods and payment of price. Two things. Delivery of goods and payment of price. Either immediately or within 11 days after the date of contract. This 11 days is written in the definition. Okay? Either immediately or within 11 days of the contract, subject to condition as a CGM specified by in OG. The period cannot be extended with the mutual consent of parties or otherwise. Period cannot be extended. Okay? Now, so ready delivery contract means delivery of goods and payment of price. Two things. Delivery of goods and payment of price. Delivery of goods and payment of price. Either immediately or within 11 days. Either immediately or within 11 days. Okay? Achha, provided whether the contract is performed wholly or partly, either by realization of money or any other means as a result of which the actual tendering means the delivery, actual delivery of goods or payment of price in full is dispensed with. Such a contract shall not be deemed to be a ready delivery contract. Such a contract shall not be deemed to be a ready delivery contract. Wherein actual delivery of goods or payment of price is dispensed with, it has gone away, has been broken away, then such a contract will not be a ready delivery contract. Two things. Delivery of goods and payment of price in full. It has to be there either immediately or within 11 days. Then only it is a ready delivery contract. Understood? Cool. Next. 15. Corporatization. If you have studied in DT, in your IPCC days, you must have studied when you were Jawan. You had hair and all everything. When you were Jawan. At that time, you must have thought, what is a capital transfer, what is not a capital transfer. So in that, there was a point, selling of membership rights of stock exchange is not a capital transfer. It is not a capital transfer. The same thing point is here. So BSE, if you see, it is also BSE Limited. Now when I say limited, it is a company. It is a company. NSE Limited, it's a company. So company means it's corporatized now. So it says the succession of RAC, that's recognized stock exchange, being BOI, means a body of individuals or a society, by another stock exchange being a company. So BOI or society was taken over by a company. Okay? Incorporated for the purpose of selling, assisting, regulating, controlling the business of buying, selling, dealing in securities carried by such individual or society. So the succession of RAC who was either a society or a BOI by another stock exchange which is a company, it is called as a corporatization. Now what is demutualization? Demutualization is, guys, basically segregation of ownership and management. Segregation of ownership and management. So for example, owners are basically shareholders who are having the shares of BSE Limited. And if I say members of stock exchange, I mean here the category in stock exchange, one is the pure member who is the shareholder. Other one is the trading member. So trading member is not we. We are the clients. We are the clients. Brokers. Motilal Oswal, Anand Rathi, Sher Khan, Ventura Securities, HDFC Securities, Kotak Securities, Axis Securities, all those are the brokers. And those brokers are called as trading member. So segregation of ownership from the members and the trading members. And there's a governing body. There's a governing body. Let's say, for example, in a company, we say shareholders and the directors. That's segregation of ownership and management. That's called as demutualization. So segregation of ownership and management from the trading members of RAC as per scheme approved by SEBI. As per the scheme approved by SEBI. So segregation of ownership and management from trading members is called as demutualization. Okay? Next. What is the scheme? A scheme for corporatization demutualization of RAC providing issue of shares, the provision would be there, provision for trading rights of members, restriction of voting rights, transfer of property, business, contracts, legal proceedings, by or against the RAC in the name of RAC or trustee, or transfer of employees or any other matter. So these three definitions, corporatization, demutualization and scheme, 6 marks, 2 each, 6 marks. Cool. So right now we are, I think, on 28 minutes. I am giving you 10 minutes time. I want each one of you to revise all the definitions thoroughly. Then only we'll proceed further. Definitions generally come in the exam for 3 to 4 marks, and other 4 marks is the normal concept answers. Okay? I'm giving you 10 minutes time. Then you have to revise. Till then you have to revise. Please revise thoroughly. Whatever you want to mark, mark it out. But dhang se revise. Done? Okay. Let's proceed further. Acha. Now after this, what you have to do is, you have to directly come to the last page of the notes. Come to the last page of the notes. So now what we're going to do is, we're going to study little ulta. I mean from the behind. Because all those are little easy concepts. And all in the beginning, whatever we have left, we'll do it, but at a later stage. Now the next answer, what we are doing is, we are doing composition of offenses. We are doing, guys, composition of offenses. That's called as compounding, if you remember. Offense and penalties, you must have studied compounding of offense. There were 5 kinds of offenses, I mean penalties. Fine or imprisonment. Come on. Fine or imprisonment, or both. Fine and imprisonment. Fine and imprisonment only. Remember? Out of this, the first 3 are compoundable and the other 2 are non-compoundable, if you remember. Exactly same is here. Okay? Now, it is a lot of MCQ also here. You have to mark. Application for compounding can be made at any time. Whether before or during the prosecution. Can be made at any time, whether before or during the prosecution. Now, offenses which can be compounded. Same. Fine or imprisonment. Or both. Okay? Compounding by whom? Offences committed under this act shall be compounded either by SAT, that is Securities Appellate Tribunal, or the court before which the applications are pending, before which the proceedings are pending. So it can be compounded by SAT or court before which the proceedings are pending. Three kind of offences can be compounded, which are fine or imprisonment, or both. And it can be compounded anytime, whether before or during the prosecution. 3 mark, 4 mark answer, compounding by SAT. Read again. Next answer. Next answer is your title to dividends. Title to dividends. Now see. If I was a shareholder, I have sold my shares to Bilal. Who am I? Oh, agreed, sell. I would be called as transferor. Bilal would be called as transferee. Bilal would be called as transferee, I would be called as transferor. Agreed this much? Now, generally, if I have sold my shares, still the right to receive dividend is with the transferor. Even if I have sold my shares, the right to receive dividend is always with the transferor. But there's a twist in the story. The twist is, if Bilal has lodged all the documents with the company, within 15 days. How many days? Within 15 days. How many days? Within 15 days from the date on which the dividend became due. From the date on which the dividend became due. Then the dividend would be paid to Bilal. Understood? Generally the right to receive dividend is with the transferor. This is clear? But in case the transferee has lodged all the documents in the company within 15 days from the date on which dividend became due, then the dividend would be with the transferee. I am repeating the words again. It is within 15 days from the date, not of transfer, not from the date of transfer, from the date on which the dividend became due. Acha. In extension, if there is a delay regarding post, actual period of delay would be extended. I have lost the transfer deed, or the transfer is lost the transfer deed. Whatever transfer deed ka replacement may process 3 days, 4 days, 10 days, 20 days, 15 days, whatever extension is there, it will be extended. Acha, the transferee is died. Okay, transferee is no more. Then whatever the time is taken by the legal heir to replace the transfer deed or to make a claim, it will be extended. Acha. In case company has already paid dividend to me, Bilal went to the company and said, okay, sir, hello, within 15 days I have come, give me the dividend. But the company has already transferred it to transferor. Then Bilal's right will not be affected. Law says Bilal's right will not be affected. That means Bilal will still have a right to claim it from the transferor. In case transferor has not paid any calls, there are certain unpaid calls. Now when there are certain unpaid calls, company is not registering the transfer. Company saying, boss, you have to pay the calls ka money, you have to pay the calls ka money. Bilal's rights will not be affected. Bilal will come and sue the transferor because he has taken the shares in good faith. Okay? Now let's read from the notes, you will understand more. Right of the registered holder of security. Now registered holder of security means basically the transferor. Right to receive and retain any dividend declared the company even if he has already transferred such security for consecration. That means transferor. Registered holder shall have no right to retain dividend if the transferee had lodged all the documents required for making transfer security within, circle that word, within 15 days of the date on which dividend became due. Within 15 days on the date on which the dividend became due. Cool? Extension. In case of death of transferee, actual period taken by his legal representative. Loss of transfer deed, actual period taken for replacement of deed. Deed due to post, actual period of delay. Okay? So this is an extension of point. Next, where a company has refused to register the transfer securities in the name of transferee, the transferee's right will not be affected against the transferor or any other person shall not be affected. That means he has a right to sue. No liability of company. Company shall not be liable when they pay dividend to the transferor. Agreed? If the Bilal goes and asks, give me dividend, but company has already paid to the transferor, so company will not be liable. Then, the provision shall apply mutatis mutandis. What is mutatis mutandis? As it is. Their income or any other form of return is declared by collective investment scheme or mutual fund. Okay? So it's a 3 mark, 4 mark answer. Generally in the paper, if you read it from our question book, you will see, boss, this is basically us as per the mutual fund only. So make sure you read it right now, finish it off right now. Circular 15 days from the date on which the dividend became due. Read. Next. So the next answer is, it says members not to act as principals. It says members not to act as principal. Members not to act as principal. Now who are members? So guys, members are basically the brokers. The brokers of stocks, Motilal Oswal, Anand Rathi. And we people are called as clients. So if I ask Motilal, boss, you have to buy Reliance. He cannot buy directly. Acha, if he has bought, he cannot sold directly because I am the owner of that share, correct? So I am the principal. He works like my agent. But when you read the line, understood the concept, members not to act as principal. Members not to act as principal manje, member cannot be the owner. Don't get confused. They are not talking about shareholders. They are not talking about shareholders. They are talking about brokers. So broker cannot act as owner. But there are 5 cases in which he will work or he will behave like a owner. I am the Malik. I am the owner of that particular share. For example. So people have worked with income tax returns of client. They must have said that we ask for demat statement, okay, and then ask for the DP slip also, delivery slip. So I am busy with recording. I am in lecture. I bought Reliance ka shares, and I have to sell it off also. So I give instruction on phone. Hey Moti Kalal, boss, sell the shares. So he got an instruction orally, and then his person comes and takes my sign within 3 days. Within 3 days, right? Oh yeah, within 3 days. He is selling the share as per his own wish. Number 2, he has taken my consent in writing. Okay, boss, you can sell the shares if there is a profit. So you have taken my consent in writing. Number 1 in writing. Number 2 orally and written consent within 3 days. So I was in lecture. I have done short sell. You understand short sell? You don't have shares but you sell it off. So as per the cutoff, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. you have to square off the position. Square off the position means you have to, if you have sold, you have to buy the shares. I wasn't recording. I was not answering my phone. Motilal saw that the short position, I have to square it off. He called me twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times. I did not answer. He sold it. He did not take my permission. He sold it. He behaved like a principal because that is as per rules. Acha. Future contracts, FNO. FNO contracts, if someone knows on what date does it get expired? On what date it get expired? The last Thursday of the month. Agreed? Today is the Thursday. I have not answered my phone. I am busy in recording. Broker will not wait for me. He will square up the position. He did it as per his own wish. Principle. And last, Motilal Oswal trading with Anand Rathi, member trading. He will not take my permission. So he is behaving like a principal. So you say, no member of RAC shall enter into contract as principal. No member of RAC shall enter into contract as principal, exception. Where the member obtains consent of other person in writing and makes a disclosure that he is acting as a principal. Number 2, where the member obtains consent of other person otherwise in writing. Otherwise in writing means orally. He obtains confirmation of such person within 3 days. And he makes a disclosure that he is acting as a principal. Fifth, member may close any outstanding contract entered into with any person by making disclosure that he is acting as a principal. This is FNO. D, spot delivery contracts, that's intraday. Fifth, member enter into any contract with a principal with another member. These 5 are the exception where the member is entering in with the contract as a principal. Read from the notes. Next, contract in derivatives. It says, I mean, a time pass answer. A contract is traded on RSE. It is settled through the clearing house of RSE, and rules and bylaws of RSE are complied with. Traded on RSE, that's recognized stock exchange. Rules are complied and settled by clearing house. Take a time pass answer. Next, important. Additional trading floor. So it's additional trading floor or additional trading floor. Okay. So basically, if you have heard about something as Muhurat trading. Muhurat trading. So guys, Muhurat trading happens on the day of Diwali. On the day of Diwali. So on Diwali, around 7 to 8 p.m. It's a public holiday, right? But the normal public can trade on that particular day. They can trade, right? So that is a trading facility provided outside the purview of the stock exchange, right? Because the normal trading hours are 9:30 to 3:30 and only on the working days. But this is a facility given by the stock exchange. That's particular facility is called as additional trading floor. A trading ring or a trading facility provided by RSE outside the area of operation of RSE to enable the buy and sell securities to such trading floor, to enable the investors to buy and sell securities to such trading floor. Conditions. Any stock exchange may establish ATF. What is the requirement? Prior approval of SEBI is required and they should comply with all the terms and conditions. Any stock exchange shall establish additional trading floor. Prior approval of SEBI is required and it should comply with all the terms and conditions of SEBI. Cool. Read. ATF. Now, next answer. Come to point number P. P for parrots. So I am writing an answer called as power to make or amend rules. Power to make or amend the rules. Okay? Section 7A, 8, 9, 10. Section 7A, 8, 9, 10. CG, sorry. Stock exchange, CG, RSE, SEBI. Okay? Now, it's very simple. In all the points, in all the answers, there are 4 answers, okay? So ICAI can ask either of the answers, okay? In all the 4 answers, first point would be, you will see a common point. Whatever rules are making, it should be published in OG, published in OG, published in OG, published in OG. Unless published, it will not be effective. Same point, same point. If stock exchange wants to make changes, they require CG ka approval. If RSE wants to make changes, it requires SEBI ka approval. Here you will see 2 months, here also you will see 2 months. So I have given a common point. See, at the end, the answer would be 4 to 6 marks answer. It would be a theory answer. So first you can write the section number, right? You can write section number. Then you can write it should be published in OG. Until and unless not published, it will not be effective. Then CG के लिए, stock exchange के लिए require CG का permission. RSE के लिए require SEBI का permission. And the period of 2 months somewhere. Okay? There are more points also, but these are 4 common points which you should to remember. Copy it on later. Let's read together. The first answer is power of stock exchange to make or amend the rules. It says prior approval of CG is required. It should be published in OG. Rules will become effective only when published in OG. Then Rules may contain all or any of the following provision. Rules may contain all or any of the following provision. Voting rights will be given only to the members in respect of matter placed before stock exchange at any meeting. Every member shall have one vote. This is in Companies Act also. 1,000 shares, one vote. 1 share, one vote. It is one member, one vote. Achha, members shall not be allowed to attend or vote by proxy. In normal Companies Act also we say that members are allowed to attend, but here you would say it is not allowed. Other incidental, so this will be D point. Other incidental, consequential, sequential matter. And rules shall override the provisions of Companies Act 1956. Do not change the act ka number. It is still 1956 in SECRA. Okay? So 3 mark or a 4 mark answer. Section number 7A. 7A of which act? Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956. Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956. Next. Power of CG. Now we are reading CG to make or amend the rules. CG has the power to direct either RSC in general or any particular RSC. So CG is my bab, they can do anything. CG will order only if the following conditions are satisfied. Mark this condition as important because in SEBI ka answer also you will see the same points. There you will say SEBI will consult the governing body. Here you are saying CG will consult the governing body of the RSC in general. That's both BSE and NSE. Or a particular, manje BSE only. CG must form an opinion that it is expedient to make the order. And CG shall specify the reason. CG is ka father's marriage. They can do anything. Duty of RSC to make or amend the rules within 2 months. Within 2 months from the date of order of CG. Circle there were 2 months, 2 months, 2 months, 2 months. Same point. If RSC fails or neglects, CG may make or amend the rules. It should be published in OG. It will be effective only when these are published. Same point. Rules so made or amended shall have the effect as if the rules are made by the stock exchange itself, and it shall override the provisions of Companies Act 1956. Same point. Cool. Section number 8 CG. 9 RSC. Now, bylaws shall be subject to conditions in regard to previous publication as may be prescribed. However, SEBI if satisfied the bylaws should be made immediately. It may dispense with the above condition and in the interest of trade or public interest. So public interest ka point will also you will see in SEBI ka point. BCD, you know it. Prior approval of SEBI is required. Rule should be published in OG. Then only it will be effective. Common point, correct? Now, scope of bylaws. Now, there are so many points. There are so many points. Whatever is your favorite, whatever it is easy. 5-6 points mark as per your choice. So, it is your stock exchange. Whatever rules you want to make. For example, number 1, I'll mark opening and closing of market hours. Fir, I will say fixing, altering or postponing of settlement days. In India, currently it is T+2. Prescription of margin requirements. 6. Levy and recovery of fees, fines, penalties. Fixing of scale of brokerage and other charges. Okay. Now, in case of special bylaws may specify certain specific bylaws when the contravention would result into the contract will become void if it is entered in a notified area or contravention of certain bylaws. And members shall be liable to fine, suspension, expulsion, or other similar penalty. So this was about RSC. Section number 7A, 8, 9. 9. Section number 9. 10. It's a summation of all the 3 answers together. Power of SEBI to make or amend bylaws. So SEBI can do either suo moto on its own, or a request in writing by the stock exchange. Same point what we studied previously. Before making amendment bylaws, SEBI will consult the governing body. On satisfaction, it may amend the bylaws. Refer R point A. Refer R point A. So refer R point A. This wala point. Previous publication wala point. Okay, it's common. Bylaws so amended shall be published in OG. Then only it will be effective. Common point. Where SEBI makes to amend the bylaws, the governing body shall do it within 2 months. If you want to object, take it 2 months. Again 2 months. SEBI shall, after giving opportunity of being heard, may revise the bylaws. They shall become effective only from the date of publication in OG. Common point. So either 7A or 8 or 9 or 10. Stock exchange, CG, RSC and SEBI. Either of the answer I say enough. It's a hot favorite answer. So I'm giving it 7 minutes time. You will write this part in your notes. Don't make a separate copy. Either in the same notes you will write somewhere. And then read all the 4 answers again. Okay? Do it. I hope you have written and you have revised everything. Let's proceed further. So let's recall all the 4 sections. Section 7A, 8, 9 and 10. 7A, 8, 9 and 10. 7A talks about CG, stock exchange. 8 talks about CG, 9 talks about RAC, 10 talks about SEBI. Period is 2 months. It should be published in OG, then only it will be effective. Next, come to point number J. Point number J. ठीक है? So next answer is power of CG to supersede the governing body and to suspend the business of stock exchange. To supersede the governing body, to suspend the business of stock exchange. Supersede is section number 11, suspend is section number 12. 7A, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Supersede is like 1 के ऊपर 1, 1 के ऊपर 1 supersede, and suspend is like 1 के ऊपर 2, suspend the business of stock exchange. Oh, 11 is my favorite answer. I mean, section number 11 is my favorite answer. It says, let's understand what is there. CG feels that they want to supersede the governing body. If CG feels that they want to supersede the governing body, what they will do? It must form an opinion that they have to first climb on the governing body. They should have reason. Okay, sir, I want to come over you. Then what will governing body do? Governing body will say, no, sir, no, sir, no, sir, no, sir, no, sir. Please don't come on over me. Please don't come. They will reply back. CG will say, no, we have to come. It is in our mind. We are getting excited. We want to come over you. Pogo people are not understanding what I am trying to say. Now, CG shall publish this in OG, then only it will be effective. Now the new governing body, what will happen is, the old governing body will be stopped, all the powers would be seized, all the rights, properties, duties would be transferred to the new governing body. Understood this much? It will be transferred to new governing body. Now new governing body will work, and as and when the working of the exchange is proper, they will go away and they will retransfer the property back to the governing body. I mean the old governing, they will reconstitute the old governing body. That is called a supersede. In suspend, practically I have never heard that the business of stock exchange has ever been suspended. I have never heard till today. But there is a provision written in the Act. It says the business of the stock exchange can be suspended for maximum 7 days. Also, if they want to extend this period, they can extend again by another order. Order should be published in OG, then only it will be effective. Achha, before suspending the business, CG must have an opinion and a portion of being heard should be given. So all those are like theory answers. Let's read together. Section number 11 is supersede. Supersede. 1 ke upar 1. Supersede. CG is empowered to supersede the governing body. CG must form an opinion to supersede the governing body. It must have a written notice for considering the supersession. Notice must contain the reason. CG shall give an opportunity of being heard. And after considering the reply of exchange, CG must be satisfied that it wants to supersede. The notification should be published in OG. Supersession shall become effective and the order shall override any laws, rules or bylaws of exchange. Okay? Now, what are the effects of supersession? Members of governing body shall cease to hold their office with effect from notification. Cool? Designation. If 2 or more persons appointed, they may be called as chairman. Powers, functions, rights. They will exercise same power, same function, discharge same duties as that of the old governing body. Tenure. Whether fixed or modified, it will be as by CG through notification in OG. Then, property of exchange shall vest in the person appointed by CG to enable them to carry on the business of exchange. Reconstitution. CG may at any time order exchange for reconstitution of governing body as per the rules. Stock exchange shall reconstitute the governing body if the order was made by CG. Effects. What will happen? Property will revest with the new governing body person appointed by CG will cease to exercise their powers. It's just a transfer of powers, easy answer and very repetitive answer, very important answer, 11 and 12. Generally 11 has more weightage as compared to 12 section. 12. Power of CG to suspend the business of exchange. CG has the power to suspend the business of exchange. Same point, CG must form an opinion that an emergency has risen and it wants to suspend the business of exchange. CG shall issue a notification in OG. Then the business of stock exchange should be suspended along with reason. Terms and condition. Suspension should be such conditions for a period not exceeding 7 days as may be specified in notification. And CG must form an opinion that it is in the interest of trade or public and a portion must be heard to be given to the governing body. Understood? Very, very easy answer, simple answer, both the answer you have to do it. J and K, section 11 and 12. Draw this upper. Cool. Read section 11 and 12. Circle the word 7 days here. Circle the word 7 days, okay? Shall we proceed? Cool. Come to the next answer. Next answer would be stock exchange का recognition and withdrawal. This is 3, 4 and this is 5, I think. 5, yeah. This is 3, 4 and this is 5. Draw this on terrace. Stock exchange का recognition and withdrawal. Done. Now, recognition. So now everywhere you must have studied, okay, boss, there are many stock exchanges, but recognition only two. So now, for example, if it is your stock exchange, assume Bilal Stock Exchange or AB Stock Exchange. So now you want recognition. So you will make an application to CG. Make an application to CG. Biggest MCQ, people get confused with SEBI. For recognition, you will make an application to CG. So application by whom? Any stock exchange whose desirous of being recognized shall make an application to CG. Requirements. It shall be as per the provisions of the Act and rules. It shall be in a prescribed form containing prescribed particulars along with prescribed fees. And it shall be accompanied with the rules and bylaws. Okay? Requirement. Mark this point as important. This is important. Requirement. Rules shall contain the provisions relating to constitution and management of exchange regarding the following matters. Number 1. Constituting powers, manners of transacting the business of governing body, powers and duties of office bearers, provision relating to admission, qualification of members. Can firm be admitted as a member? If yes, the rules and manner of appointment of the authorized representative and clerks. Bylaws shall also contain the provision relating to regulation and control of contracts. Okay? Time pass. Procedure. Now what will CG do? CG will call for more papers, examine a note, all the people should come on, tell me what do you want, he will make inquiry. CG ka wish is there, he may reject also. But before rejecting, he will give one bhokne ka mauka, opportunity of being heard. Achha, CG can also pass the order. CG will make the inquiry as it may deem fit, as like father's marriage is there. CG will call for additional documents or information from stock exchange. Not from space, from stock exchange. It may require from time to time. Now, order of recognition. The bylaws and rules shall contain prescribed particulars and ensure fair dealings. Stock exchange is willing to comply with the conditions as CG may impose after consent of the governing body, and it may grant the recognition if it is in public interest. Same point, recognition order will be published in OG. Then only it will be effective. Refusal to grant recognition. CG shall give opportunity of being heard. Reason shall be communicated in writing. So this was recognition. Section number is 3 and 4. Next, withdrawal of recognition. CG must issue a notice to the governing body of exchange expressing its intention to withdraw the recognition. It should be in the interest of trade or public. It must contain the proposed reason for withdrawal. Opportunity of being heard should be given. After considering the representation, CG must form an opinion that it is necessary. It will withdraw. Order shall be published in OG, then it will become effective. Same answer. This is important. Now, so let us assume in the month of August, we are in month of August, okay? August, may your recognition is cancelled. So August, whatever contracts had happened, they have happened. It will be valid. No change in those contracts. But what are the contracts if it was outstanding? My expiry is in September. If you remember, F1 contract is 3 months basically, right? Current month, the next month, and the next to next month. It will be outstanding. What will happen of those contracts? CG will say the provisions. CG will say the provisions. See, effects of withdrawal. Contract outstanding on the notification date. CG will make the necessary provision. Contracts entered into before the notification date. Validity will not be affected. Validity will not be affected. Understood? Very, very, very important. So 3, 4 is recognition. 5 is withdrawal. Then we did 7A, 8, 9, 10. Stock exchange, CG, RSE, SEBI. Then we did 11. Supersede. 1K but 2. Suspend the business of stock exchange. Okay? Read 3, 4 and 5. Read 3, 4 and 5. 5 minutes time. Done. Let's recall. 3, 4, recognition. 5, come on guys, you have to speak. Withdrawal. 7A, stock exchange. 8, CG. 9, RAC. 10, SEBI. 11, supersede. 12, suspend. Suspend में there are days. 7 days. चलो आ जाओ अभी आगे. Sorry, in English. Come. Let's proceed further. Now we're gonna do is the next answer. Clearing corporation. Come to clearing corporation. So, like we have in our banks, when we deposit a check and the check gets clear in T+2 days, right? In 48 hours the money comes in our account. Same way the stock exchange also has a clearing corporation. So, the shares should be credited to the demat account. It should be debited from the demat account. Money should be there. Margin money should be sent. Margin, I mean, it is sold. Money should be flowing back to the investor. All these things basically has to be done by the stock exchange. But stock exchange have formed an entity called as clearing corporation. There are more than 40-50 clearing corporations. We don't have to study those lists. We just have to study the concept. What is clearing corporation? See, it is a company incorporated under Companies Act 1956 for the purpose of periodic settlement of contracts and the differences thereafter, delivery of and payment for securities and any other incidental or matter connected with above. ठीक है? RAC may transfer the duties and functions of a clearing house. Prior approval of SEBI is required. So it was to be done by the RAC, but now they have transferred it to a clearing house. It shall make bylaws and submit to SEBI for approval. No approval will be given unless if it is in the interest of trade or in public interest. Provision section 4 to 12, the entire concept whatever we have studied shall apply to the clearing corporation also as if they apply to exchange. So it's very simple. It is a duty of RAC, but RAC have outsourced it to a company called as clearing corporation and incorporated under Companies Act 1956. Prior approval of SEBI is required. Theoretical answer. Cool. Next. The previous answer. Come to the previous answer. Previous answer talks about listing of securities and delisting of securities. Now see. It's very simple. So now when you have to get listed, you will make an application to stock exchange. Don't get confused. In all the answers, majority we have studied CG, 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 but in this answer you will say stock exchange and use logic. You want your securities to get listed. You want your securities to get listed, right? Listed किधर होगा? It will be on a stock exchange. So you have to make an application to stock exchange. Every company making an application for listing of securities shall comply with listing agreement. Now we don't say listing agreement, it's LODR basically. Listing obligation and disclosure requirement. We say LODR, but in the paper you will have listing agreement only. Stock exchange will give reasons for refusal of listing of shares. Now what happened? Appeal shall be filed with SAT within 15 days. Circle the word 15 days. It's MCQ. Within 15 days. Within 15 days from the date of exchange ka refusal order, and if the refusal is not received, I mean they have not replied anything, within 10 weeks, I mean from the expiry of 10 weeks, from the closing of subscription list, if the refusal is not communicated. Understand? They have told के boss, we will not list your securities. This दिन the order came, वहां से 15 days. Oh, we are waiting, order will come, order will come, order will come, order did not came. Then within 15 days you have to count from the expiry of 10 weeks from the closing of subscription list. So there is a period for which you can subscribe to the securities. When that period got over, you have to wait for 10 weeks. 10 weeks is like close to 2.5 months. 10 weeks you have to count 15 days. 15 days. Okay? Extension may be granted. Okay? SAT may condone the delay if sufficient cause is shown. Extension shall not exceed 1 month. Shall not exceed 1 month. Extension shall not exceed 1 month. Normally 15 days, extended 1 month. Extended 1 month. Then procedure adopted by SAT, full time pass. Whatever we have studied in different acts, same. It may give opportunity of being to the exchange. It may dispose of the appeal within 6 months. MCQ within 6 months, within 6 months, within 6 months. SAT may dispose of the appeal within 6 months. It may set aside when we confirm the order of exchange. Copy of said order shall be sent to the parties. An exchange may comply with the order of SAT. So 15 days is one MCQ. Extension 1 month is MCQ. Dispose of the appeal 6 months is one MCQ. Then appeal to Supreme Court. Now you are not happy, you are agreed here. Now you go to Supreme Court. Who can file an appeal? Person agree by the order of set. It can be filed only on question of law, only on question of law. MCQ, only on question of law. It should be filed within 60 days from the receipt of order of SAT. Same point, extension if sufficient cause is shown, maximum 60 days. So it's 15 days, 1 month, 60 days, 60 days. This is the period. Dispose of the appeal, 6 months. Understood? Listing of securities. Don't get confused. In all the answers if MCQ comes, in SECRA the major authorities with the CG. Agreed? But for listing of securities, you have to make an application to stock exchange where you want to get listed. Then, delisting of securities. Delisting. The best part. We have done this answer. Majority of the answer has been over. RSC may delist the securities on any ground prescribed under this act. It shall record the reasons for delisting and it shall give a reasonable opportunity of being heard. Appeal against order of delisting. Who will make? The listed company, because their securities are delisted. And any aggrieved person, that is basically the investor. It should be filed with SAT. Same point. Within 15 days from the decision of RSC. Same point. Extension will be given of maximum 1 month. Procedure, same point. Supreme Court was same point. 60 days, 6 months will dispose of the appeal. Same point to study. Listing of securities, delisting of securities. Understood? Easy answer. They have never asked in exam, but you can have this for the purpose of MCQ. Remember MCQ. Okay? Then, come to C. Corporatization and demutualization, RSA compulsory. Okay? So, it's kind of a RTP answer. We just have to read it, but we will read अच्छे से because it could be there in your MCQ also. It says every RSC shall be corporatized and demutualized after before the appointed date. Circle the word before the appointed date. They will see, the SEBI will give one date, was by this date you have to CND. BSE and SE have become CND. Corporatization भी हो चुका है, demutualization भी हो चुका है. It shall be CND as per section 4B. SEBI may specify another appointed date if it is satisfied the RSC was provided by sufficient cause from being CND. Time pass. Different date may be appointed by SEBI for notification OG. It may be different for different RSC. Okay? It's time pass. Procedure. Now, understand this something. Understand. Every RSC shall submit a scheme for corporatization and demutualization to SEBI for its approval. Circle the word SEBI. That's MCQ. If RSC is already CND before appointed date, it is not required to submit the scheme. What will SEBI do? SEBI may approve the scheme if either with or without modification. Before granting the approval, it may make necessary inquiry and obtain required further information from RSC. It shall grant the approval in the interest of trade or public interest. Now restrictions. Voting rights of shareholders who are also stockbrokers, that's basically the trading members. Right to appoint representative of the governing body. Then maximum number of representatives of stockbrokers shall not exceed 1/4 of the total strength. Circle word 1/4, that's MCQ. Restriction shall have full effect, notwithstanding to anything contained in 1956 or any other law. At least 51%, that is minimum. Right there, minimum. Minimum 50% of paid up shares shall be held by public other than the shareholders having trading rights, not broker, normal other people. It shall comply with the provision within 12 months, circle 12 months, of publication of the order of SEBI. However, it can be extended by another 12 months. हो गया. Then, it may comply with either by fresh equity of shares to public or in any other manner. It shall be published in OG and 2 daily newspaper. Effects, it shall become effective and binding on all the persons. Same point. Acha, rejection of the scheme, if it is not in public interest or trade interest, it should be published in OG and a portion of being heard should be given. So, पीछे का part is full time pass. Only few points like maximum 1/4 could be a trading members log and 51% should be by the public other than trading members. All those points are MCQ का part. Okay? Once, at least once, please go through it. Procedure of corporatization and demutualization. Read. Done? Cool. Let's see whatever is pending. Definitions we did, C we have done, D we have done, E we did, F we did, G also done, H done, I done, J done, K done, come to L. I think LMNO is pending, PQ is done, R is done, S is done, T is done, U, V, W, X is also done. LMNO is pending. Come to LMNO. So now understand this term. It says power of CG to prohibit contract in certain cases. Power of CG to prohibit contract in certain cases. This is a hypothetical situation. It has never happened in practical life, so we don't have an actual example for it. Understand what it is. Understand. So for example, number one. So let us assume there's an area, UP. In UP, there's undesirable speculation happening in a company called as Reliance Limited. So people are buying in bulk quantity and selling, buying, selling in UP. So CG saw this. What will CG do? CG will notify that area, UP, as a notified area and declare, boss, any contract, a person who is doing it from UP in Reliance Limited, that contract would be void. That contract would be void. I mean, it will be illegal and therefore void. It will be illegal and therefore void. Acha, if you want to do that contract, you take the permission. CG will specify the condition. Then only it will be valid. Acha, if you have violated the condition, it will become void. It will not be illegal. If you remember in your CPT days, your Bachman kiddo days, all contracts are, I mean, all illegals are void, but all voids are not illegal. All illegals are void, but all voids are not illegal. If you remember something, okay? So CG will declare it as illegal. Acha, conditions are there. You don't meet the conditions. It will not become illegal. It will become void. So practical, there has never happened. I cannot have an example. I mean, I have never heard that CG has declared one area or one security as a notified area and the contracts become illegal or therefore void. Never ever. Okay? It says CG has a power to declare that any contract for sale or purchase of securities shall not be entered in a particular state or area, assuming UP. Condition. CG is of the opinion that undesirable speculation is carried out in relation to certain securities in certain state or area. Acha, it should be satisfied that it is necessary to prevent such undesirable speculation. CG will issue a notification to UNOG specifying the state or area of securities and declare that no person in such state or area shall enter into any contract. Effects of prohibition. All the contracts entered into after the date of notification shall be illegal, except which is entered with the permission of CG and after complying with the conditions specified by CG in OG. Then, CG has a power, this is the 66th extension, 13th extension. CG has power to declare a state or an area, notified area, that's UP under section 13. Every contract in this security shall be illegal. Reliance, whatever you have bought, it will be illegal. Exception, contract between members of exchange. Motilal Oswal trading with Anand Rathi. Members. Contract through or with a member of RSE. I mean, let us assume from all the brokers, they have said only you will trade with Anand Rathi. I have an account with Enchura, I have an account with HDFC. No, you have to trade with Anand Rathi. Then it will be valid. Spot delivery contract, intraday, same day buy, same day sell. While notifying any state or area, CG will have a due regard regarding the nature or volume of transaction in such state or area and CG shall on satisfaction issue a notification. ठीक है. Section 17 को लिखो R3P. Read if time permits. This is time pass. Come to 14. Now void. Void. ठीक है. Any state or area which has been notified under section 13, bylaws will specify the contravention of such would make contract void. And such area is notified under 13 and the contravention of bylaws. So there are 5 conditions, assuming there are 5 conditions given in UP. If you want to get into reliance or contract, fulfill 5 conditions. If 4 are done, 1 is not done, it will become void, not illegal. Acha, legal effect. Contract shall be void as respects the rights of the member. For member, it will be void. Rights of a person who knowingly participated in such a transaction. Janbooch ke have entered, it will be void. Contract shall not be void. If I am saying it will not be void, that means it will be valid. As respects the right of a person, not being a member, I mean not the broker, okay? Normal person like you and me, who had no knowledge about the transaction, he can enforce the contract and recover the sum paid under the contract. Non-applicability. Section does not apply to spot delivery contract. Intraday mein this will not apply. It will be valid. So understand this term. For the broker, it will be void. For the person who have entered Janbooch, it will be void. We bought in good faith, bona fidely, then it will be valid. Understood? So they have never asked this in an exam, but you should know this thing. Okay? With this, we have entirely done with the SECRA ka part. I hope you have understood what was SECRA. Okay? Now let's check the paper. Hold on. SECRA, this is not there. 2 may be not there. Surface is this. This is winding up, money laundering. IPO is SEBI. Oh. First do 2B. Define the term derivative. Define the term derivative as appearing in Securities Contract 1946. Derivative. What factors are to be considered by adjudicating officer while judging the quantum of penalty? I would not teach you this answer. You will not. I mean, it is not there in handwritten notes, but you can still write the answer. If you remember, section 446A, factors to be considered before giving the penalty. Siren, size of the company, injury to public interest, reputation of default, nature of business, nature of default. Same point. 2 to 4 marks. This is FCRA. This is the Orange Company. Directors. I mean IBC. Directors. Money laundering. Directors. IBC. New syllabus 4 mark. Okay, let's check with old syllabus also. Dividend, directors, Companies Act, scheme, amalgamation answer, investigation, SEBI. This is producer, FEMA, competition, IBC, banking, IBC, insurance, NCLT, Nidhi, money laundering, interpretation, directors, competition, money laundering. SECRA was not there in old syllabus. So new syllabus it came for 4 marks. Understood? SECRA is there in the paper. It will come for sure. Cool. With this, your chapter is over, finished. Solve a question from the question book or respective teacher ka book immediately, whoever you are following it. Solve only the questions. The concept I have made you understand and you have to solve the questions. Cool. Next time start with the new chapter. Cool. Bye bye. Take care. Keep smiling and all the best. What's up, friends? So today we are doing a very simple topic called as POMELA. This is my favorite. It's called Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. So in your book, please come to POMELA. We are doing Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. So now listen. So it's basically a 4-mark weighted chapter. It says Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. Money laundering. Money laundering. Laundering. Istri. Now what is this act all about? You must have heard about something called as Hawala. Hera Fairy. Paisa yahan ka wahan. Barabar? All those are called as part of money laundering. Okay? I'll explain simple concept so that it's not part of your exam syllabus, but you should know it. Okay? So basically in money laundering, there are 3 concepts. No, Babu, no. You should not fall. You should not fall. Hold on. Rahul. Sorry guys, sorry. So in money laundering, there are 3 concepts. Number 1 is your placement. Number 2 is your layering. Number 3 is your integration. PLI. Placement, layering, integration. Placement, layering, integration. Now, for example, you have earned certain black money. So black, kala dhan, okay? So for you, it is a black money. Now you bought an iPhone. Let us assume you bought an iPhone from Chroma, Ezone, Next, Big Bazaar, from any electronic store. Or you bought a TV. Or you bought a car by that black money. So for you, it was black money. But from the person whom you bought, for him is a natural, original, legal tender money, barabar. So your black money got inserted into the legal tender chain of the country of India. That concept is called as placement. So for you it was black. For the person who is selling it, for him it will be white. For example, you are earning black money. You bought a lecture. So for you it was black money, right? But now when you paid to us, we will show it as income tax also and GST also, barabar. For this concept is called as placement. This concept is placement. Okay? Now, what is layering? What is layering? So, for example, you have 5 crores ka black money. You divide it into small amounts of, let us say 50 lakh rupees, 50 lakh rupees, 50 lakh rupees. And you give it to your relatives. So, badi amount, say from the big amount, you make small amount. That concept is called as layering. That concept is called as layering. Layering karna. Vice versa. Small amount say a big amount is called as integration. It's called as integration. It is called as integration. So guys, whether it is placement or layering or integration, whether it's placement or layering, integration, all 3 are offenses under money laundering. All 3 are offenses under money laundering. So money laundering is deep, is very big also. For example, firauti. Ransom. Kidnap, ransom mangna, firauti mangna. That's also a part of money laundering. That is also a part of money laundering. Understood what is money laundering? Drugs sell karna. Marjon, cocaine, brown sugar, LSD, drugs, stop. You want, stop. All are also part of money laundering. Human trafficking. Arms, ammunition, sell karna. All these are part of money laundering. Okay? So all is only for your knowledge, not for exam point of thing. Okay? Now exam mein kya hai? Exam mein ye sab hai. Now exam will have definitions. Okay? What are the definitions? So it generally comes in exam. It says whosoever directly or indirectly attempts to indulge or knowingly assist or knowingly is a party or is actually involved in any process or activity connected with the proceeds of crime and projecting it as untainted property. And projecting it as untainted property shall be guilty of offense of money laundering. Shall be guilty of offense of money laundering. Now what is untainted property? Untainted matlab hota hai bedagi. I don't know how to write in Hindi. It's called bedagi. For example, I have kidnapped you and I ask your father, uncle, अगर आपको आपका बेटा चाहिए, बेटी चाहिए, आप हमको 50 पेटी दे दीजिए. Uncle gave me 50 पेटी. Police came and said, "Abi, give us 50 पेटी." I said कि बॉस बहुत मेहनत से पैसा कमाया है, बहुत मेहनत से. Tell me that that money I have earned it from the wrongful means, from a wrongful manner. On that, there was a dag already because it was a wrongful manner. That's as I was showing it as an untainted property, but jabki wo, it was a tainted property. So I am guilty of offense of money laundering. I kept money not at my house. I kept at Rahul's house. Rahul is also often guilty of money laundering because he assisted me. Understood? So whosoever directly or indirectly attempts to indulge or knowingly assist or knowingly is a party or is actually involved in any process or activity connected with the proceeds of crime and projecting it as untainted property shall be guilty of offense of money laundering. Shall be guilty of offense of money laundering. Understood? Now what's proceeds of crime? Money. For example, मैंने ransom से kidnap कर लिया गाड़ी, सोना, चांदी, whatever I've got it. Okay? From that money, I have bought a cycle and a lota. Everything will be called as proceeds of crime. It means any property derived or obtained directly or indirectly by any person as a result of criminal activity relating to a scheduled offense which is given here, or the value of any such property. I write there whether in India or abroad. Whether in India or abroad. So, for example, you have bought in London a house or a car at London. From the money you have earned through money laundering, still that will be called as proceeds of crime. That will be called as proceeds of crime. Wrote. Next one is called as offense of cross-border implication. Now, what is cross-border implication? Understand this term. What is cross-border implication? It says, number one, the offenses occurred at a place outside India and the proceeds of such crime are remitted to India. Whatever crime you have done, okay? And it is an offense as per the law of that country or would have been considered an offense as per part A of the schedule in India. But for example, murder or dacoity, you have conducted at US and you have sent whatever money you have earned, you have sent it to India. Murder karna is a crime in US also. Murder karna crime is in India also. Barabar, as per money, it is written in the schedule. You don't have to remember the schedule, but it is written there. So that is called as cross-border implication. So US government will ask the Indian government to send the proceeds of crime along with the person who has committed that crime. Okay? Nahi. Offense has been committed in India and the proceeds of crime has been transferred to a place outside India. Ulta, vice versa. Crime was conducted here and you are sending the money. For example, all these Negro people, they are Africans. So they come to India and they sell drugs here. Selling drugs is a crime here. And whatever the money they have earned, they are sending it to Africa. That is called as cross-border implication. So same way, whatever money has gone there, Indian government will ask for the money. Whoever the person has committed a crime is there at Africa, he will be called back to India. Understood? This is called as cross-border implication. Now, very important answer. Punishment for offense of money laundering, section 4. Section 4 of Formula 2002. Section 4 Formula 2002. Now, it says minimum 3 years, maximum 7 years. Minimum 3 years, maximum 7 years. That's normal money laundering case. However, fine, there is no limit in both the situations. Find no limit. Okay? Minimum 3 years, maximum 10 years. Minimum 3 years, maximum 10 years. You got to change. Minimum 3 years, maximum 7 years. And find no limit. Either minimum 3 years, maximum 10 years. If the offense relates to Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Act 1985. So guys, if you're selling, the jail would be imprisonment maximum 10 years. Maximum 10 years. Maximum 10 years. Understood this part? Again, let's read it again. Minimum 3 years, maximum. Minimum 3 years, maximum 7 years. And fine no limit. It would be and. Okay? And fine no limit. Drugs may. Minimum 3 years, maximum 10 years, and fine no limit. So if it was offense related to Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Act 1985, so there is jail yatra is 10 years and fine no limit. Section number 4. Next. The next answer is again very repetitive. It is called as obligations. Obligation of FBI. Obligation of FBI. Now what's FBI? Financial institution, banking company, intermediaries. Financial institution, banking companies, intermediaries. Again I repeat, financial institution, banking companies, intermediaries. Now it says duties of FBI. They shall maintain a record of all the transactions, where the nature and value of the transactions, or a single or series of transactions, or a series of transactions taken within a period of 1 month. Now for example, in a bank account, achanak say 5 CR has come. It was like 2000, 3000 wala account, achanak say 10 CR has come, 50 CR has come. It's a very big thing. So it's not an offense. It could be illegal money also, right? So it is an obligation of the officers of FBI to intimate it to the director. Now who the director is here? The director is basically the director of formula. The director of formula. The director of formula. So you have to intimate to the director of formula. Within such form, within such time as may be prescribed. Okay? Director matlab director is a position in the formula. Acha. Series of transactions. For example, achanak say 10 lakhs came, then 20 lakhs came, 40 lakhs came, 70 lakhs came. So now what has happened is, in a period of 1 month, achanak there is money coming in. So there's not an offense. It's an obligation of FBI to intimate to the director within such time as may be prescribed. Okay? So it says furnish the information in A, this one A, to the director. Director and the formula director. The principal officer has a reason to believe that the transaction have been valued below the prescribed value. So furnish this information also to the director. For example, if you remember, on the deposit slip, on the cash deposit slip, there's an amount called as 49,999. Barabar? So now what person is doing? He is depositing 47,000 in cash, 48,000 in cash, 43,000 in cash, 48,500 in cash in a period of 1 month. He is not crossing this limit. Still this information needs to be intimated to the director of formula. Then they have to verify and maintain the records of identity of all the clients. That's basically KYC. So they have to maintain the records of transaction for 5 years from the date of transaction between the clients and FBI. And the KYC should be maintained from the date of cessation of transaction, from the date of cessation of transaction between the client and FBI, from the date of cessation of transaction and between the clients and FBI. Details of transaction 5 years from the date of start of transaction, and KYC from the date of cessation of transaction for 5 years. Understood? Clear? So here in this page, on this page, offense wala, penalty wala answer, obligation of FBI and the definition. Cool? I'm giving it 8 minutes. 8 minutes enough. You have to read the entire 2 pages. Then we'll proceed further. Read 8 minutes. Next. The next answer is offenses to be cognizable and non-bailable. So all the offense and the formula are cognizable and non-bailable. So generally bail nahi milega. But you have studied this answer in investigation, it's exactly the same. It says condition for the release of bail. It says, cut this part. Whatever I have cancelled, cut this part. Whatever I have cancelled. The person will be released if the public prosecutor has been given a chance to oppose the application, and if public prosecutor opposes, the court is satisfied that he is not guilty and he will not commit any offence while on bail. The same answer we have studied it at investigation chapter. It says, number 1, public prosecutor has been given the opportunity to oppose the release, And very opposite, court is satisfied that the person is not guilty and he will not commit any offense while on bail. So he may be released. Or if the person is less than 16 years of age, or is a woman, or is sick, or infirm. और यहाँ पर you have to write the amendment. यहाँ पर amendment हुई है. Or right there, or he along with other co-accused, he either alone or along with other co-accused has committed the offense of not exceeding of not exceeding 1 CR. Of not exceeding 1 CR. So that's an amendment here. Done? Then can be released if the special court approves. Special court shall entertain the complaint if a written complaint is made by the director or officer of CG or SG. Underline this part. By the director or officer of CG or SG. Okay? So this is again important. Repetitive answer. Acha, confiscation rules cut. This has been deleted. Confiscation rules cut. This is deleted. Cut claimant का point because वो उसे आंसर था restoration का. Appeal. This is also important. Now it is any FBI, financial institution, banking company or intermediary who's agreed by the order of director, okay, or a director or any person who's agreed by the order of adjudicating authority. Okay? So FBI is agreed by the director of formula, director or person agree by the order of adjudicating authority. Shall both the case में shall file an appeal to appellate tribunal. Shall file appeal to appellate tribunal. File appeal within 45 days from the date of copy of order of 1 or 2. ऊपर वाले में director will give, नीचे वाले में adjudicating authority will give in a prescribed form along prescribed fee. So first appeal has to be 80 within 45 days. 80 may allow extension if sufficient cause is shown. What will 80 do? 80 may confirm, modify or set aside the order. Okay? Now 80 ने decision दे दिया. Any person agree by order of 80 will file an appeal to High Court. Will file an appeal to High Court. कितने दिन के अंदर? Within 16 days. Within 60 days. Within 60 days. From the date of order of 80 is communicated on any question of law or fact. So circle that question of law or fact. So here it is both question of law or question of fact. Question of law or question of fact. High Court may allow extension if sufficient causation up to 60 days. So High Court may 60 days, 60 days. यहाँ पर first appeal is to 80, 45 days. Extension is not given. Extension is not given. ठीक है? So I repeat. Any FBI agree by the order of director. Director or the person accused may be agreed by the order of adjudicating authority. In both the cases, they have to file the appeal to 80 within 45 days. Extension का period नहीं दिया हुआ है. 80 में extension is sufficient cause is shown. 80 में confirm, modify, set aside the order. Any person agree by 80 may file an appeal to High Court within 60 days from the date of order, either on question of law or question of fact. High Court may allow extension if sufficient cause is shown, but up to 60 days. Understood? So this was appeal का answer. So appeal का answer is very repetitive here. Then ये bill वाला answer is very repetitive. Obligation of FBI is repetitive and penalty is very repetitive. This was your part of money laundering. Understood? Now few more answers we'll be doing it from the module of ICI. Hold on. So यहाँ से कुछ certain answer we have to study. I'll tell you which are those offense. Now somewhere write what are the definition you have to study from the module. Property, payment system. Please write the definition property. I mean you can do it from the teacher from my main book. So this is important. This generally comes in the exam. Property, payment system, schedule offense. Property, payment system, schedule offense. एक बार schedule offense में आ जाओ. It says offense is specified in part A of the schedule. Offense is specified in part B of the schedule where the sum involves is 1 crore rupees or more. And offense is specified in part C of the schedule. Part C of the schedule. Part A, part B, part C. Part A, part B, part C. ठीक है? So these three definitions property has come in the exam. Payment system has come. Schedule offense is your MCQ का part. Part B में 1 CR is given. ठीक? Then decisions to be given by majority. Write that this answer to study decision to be given by majority. Section 38. Section 38. क्या कहता है ये? So generally all, I'll make you understand. Okay. Now what will happen is generally all the decisions are given to be by majority. But if there's an even number on the bench, so there's a tie. So what will happen? So the director here, right? So यहाँ पर 80 आएगा. The 80. So it says what will happen here is now what will 80 do? 80 will call all the members of the other benches. For example, there's a Mumbai bench. There's a Mumbai bench में problem हो गया. So there's a Delhi, there's a Kolkata bench, there's a Chennai bench. उनको बुलाया जाएगा. उनके members आएंगे. All the people, including Mumbai bench, they will again vote. And whatever is the new majority, by that decision will come. Generally, all the decisions are made by majority. But in case of a tie, what will happen is, so other bench ka people will be called, including this bench ka people will vote again. And whatever is the new majority, by that voting will happen. ठीक है, देखो. If a member of a bench consisting of two members, ठीक है, two even number differ in opinion on any point, they shall state the point or points on which they differ and make a reference to the chairman, who shall either hear the point or points himself or refer the case of hearing on such point or by third member of the AT. And such point or point shall be decided according to the opinion of the majority of the members of AT who have heard the case, including those who first heard it. So all other members of AT, including the person who have first heard it, that will be the new majority. Understood? Click the photo. Done? This answer. So for example, the person has committed the crime and he is in US or vice versa. The US का citizen has committed crime and is in India. So that foreign country को अपन यहाँ पर बोलेंगे contracting state. Would be called as contracting state. अब क्या होता है देखो. That person would be called as contracting state. That person would be called as person of contracting state. That person would be called person of contracting state. देखो पहला, when investigation is received, when an application is received by special court that they have evidence is required, any evidence is required in respect of any investigation by the investigating officer or any superior rank into the investigation office, and that evidence available with the contracting state, मतलब the foreign country, but for contracting state is a foreign country, Then, on the satisfaction of special court is necessary, then they will give a letter to whom? To a court or an authority in the contracting state competent to deal with such request. So basically, here what happened, an application received by a special court, any evidence is required with regards to investigation, and where that evidence is in the foreign country. So what will happen is special court will give a request to that contracting state ki authority to give that evidence, and vice versa. Letter of request from the contracting state is received by the CG from a contracting state, and a request for investigation into an offence or proceeding under this act, CG will forward the request to the special court or to an authority under this act as a thing fit for the execution of such request. हम जब गए तो उनको रिक्वेस्ट किया, वो लोग जब गए तो सीजी ने स्पेशल कोर्ट को बोला. क्लिक द फोटो. क्लिक द फोटो. वाइस वर्सा. Done. 2 more answer will be there. Recovery of fine or penalty. Recovery of fine or penalty. It says, where any fine or penalty is imposed on any person under section 13 or 63 is not paid within 6 months from the date of imposition of fine, the director or any officer authorized in by him this behalf may proceed to recover the amount from the said person in the same manner as given in Schedule 2 of Income Tax Act for the recovery of arrears, and he or any officer authorized by him this behalf shall have the same powers as tax recovery officer in the said schedule for the said purpose. So basically 6 months may you have not given the offense, I mean if you have not given the penalty, the director or officer authorized by him may recover from the said person in the same manner which is given Schedule 2 of the Income Tax Act, and like the arrears of land revenue we used to say, arrears of land revenue in the same way. So this was asked in the exam long back. Click the photo. Recovery of fine or penalty. Done. Check out question number 4, you know. Question number 4. Did we do this? Same answer. Check out question number 3. The company agreed by the order of our seeks your advice about the remedy available. Appeal. But appeal का answer. First appeal to 80, 45 days. Extension मिलेगा, days are not given. Second appeal to High Court either on question of law or question of fact. Cool? Yeah. Check out question number 2. Same answer. Bail wala, same answer. Explain the meaning of the term money laundering. That's the definition. Z, a known smuggler was caught in transfer funds illegally exporting narcotic drugs from India to some countries in Africa. Stay the maximum punishment. 3 years to 10 years and fine no limit. Ho gaya chapter. Understood. Money laundering is very scoring, very easy. Don't ignore concepts. It's very easy, very easy. Cool. So with this, money laundering is very small, very small. Money laundering ka definition, proceeds of crime ka definition, and whatever definition we have taken from the module, a payment system, property, and schedule offense. Ye 5 definitions. Then penalty, obligation of FBI, appeal ka answer, and ye bail wala answer. Ye bahut important. And jo new answers exam mein aaye the, wo I have given you from the module. Clear? With this, your money laundering is finished, samap, zala, thai gyu, pati gyu. All the best, guys. All the best. All the best. All the best.